do.
We are sprung chickens.
We were sprung that morning because we hadn't slept it either.
Right, and so we had a sleepless night pretty much, and then we got up the next morning, and our plan was we were going to go straight to that unit and ask for an extension so that if we want to.
Or rent the unit
Or
if
rent
we
the
had
unit
to.
for a month.
But it was $170.
No, it was $240 for that.
$240 for that
for
one.
That
Oh, the other one was
the
okay.
10 by 10 was 10 by 10. Anyway, so we are still anticipating disaster, and we drive to the unit, which is almost an hour drive from here, and we get there, and Sherry sees a man walking across the parking lot, and she determines looks like a manager.
He was a good-looking kid. He
Okay.
was in his 30s, about 30ish, and he had on the storage facility shirt, and he had khakis on, and he just looked like a manager. So I got out of the car.
So you could basically put on a collared shirt and a pair of khakis and probably just ask her for her credit card number. She'd be like,
no. But he was a manager. I jumped out of the car and I was like, "Are you a manager?" And he said, "Yes, I am. How did you know?" But anyway, it was.
He was a district manager, actually.
He was the district manager, and I asked him if he would come and look at the unit because it was so bad. And I said, I don't think that it's safe to be in there. I mean, a hazmat suit. I would have felt like I needed a hazmat suit to go in.
Oh, I thought you meant you were going to get attacked by a dead rat.
No, it was just like the air. When you open the thing up, the dust came out.
Mold, smelly.
Mold and rat feces and the dead rats.
Enough
but
of
anyway,
that.
It was not safe.
Long story short, the guy took one look at the unit and he's like, "Guys, this is not what our units
usually are."
And he said, "We do not have a rat infestation problem here." And
he said, "Y'all take what you want, and we will have somebody else come and clean it up. We'll get it cleaned up. You don't have to worry
super
about
nice
it."
Guy. And we're not going to say the name of the units because
we're not going to say the facility is super duper nice.
Yeah, he said we have guys that will come in and just clean this thing up. He said, "Look around. If there's anything you want, take it with you." And
we'll clean up the rest.
Call it a day.
So that being said,
we forfeited our deposit.
Well, we didn't have a deposit.
It was $10.
There was no. That was our unit fee.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what we bid.
Right, $10.
$10.
So we listened.
And there was no cleaning deposit on it for some reason.
We would have given him 5 times that to not have to do that.
So that being said, the night before, David saw this silver tea set, and we think it's silver plated.
It is silver plated, yes.
But it was in this box, packed, totally packed, and we took it with us that night. And so when the guy was standing there and he said, "Y'all take what you want," I had seen this cow. This is a cast iron cow doorstop, and it's old, and it was just very nostalgic for me, and I loved it. So I said, "I'll take the cow," and we left. That's the end of that unit. We did never have to see it again.
But we were